Well, hello, gorgeous, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am giving you the blueprint today on how I overcame years of disordered eating and issues with body image, okay? I'm getting right into it today. I'm not holding back, okay? There is no gatekeeping here. I am giving you gals the breakdown. Very quick background on me. I trained to be a professional ballet dancer, which, as some of you know, is an extremely rigorous sport in which you have to maintain a certain look, a certain aesthetic, and that aesthetic is thin, okay? It is waif-like, to be precise. And I loved ballet. It was my passion. It was everything to me. I wanted to be a professional ballet dancer. And so I was willing to do whatever it took to reach the pinnacle of where I wanted to go in my dance career. So for me, that's where my eating disorders really started to show, was when I was caught up in a cycle of starving myself, trying to become as little as possible while also experiencing horrific food cravings and then going into a cycle of binging and purging. So it was truly just, it was havoc for my mental health, spiritual health, emotional health, every aspect of health. It was not good. And it really screwed me up for years. And it was something too where unless you have had an eating disorder, you don't realize how fixated someone is on food or restricting it or being anxious about food when you have perfectly normal eating, and it's something that you don't even think about. But for those who know, you know what I'm talking about. Your entire life revolves around, am I eating too much? Should I go and get rid of this meal? Or are my ribs sticking out enough? Is the image that I'm trying to create in my head, is it matching what I see in the mirror and all of that? So anyway, that is where I had really struggled the most. But eventually, when I transitioned into fitness and I started focusing more on strength as opposed to being thin, that's when the first wave of healing started for me. But it was something that I struggled with for years, even after I was in fitness and my career took off and I was training women and helping them to feel confident and empowered in their own skin. I was still struggling to let go of these old patterns of how I saw myself and how I would still restrict my food or stress over my size. And when I finally made these 4 shifts, these are the shifts that completely changed everything for me and allowed me to fully heal. And the first shift was focusing on performance as opposed to aesthetics, okay? When I went into the gym, I started thinking about, I want to squat 225 pounds, or I want to row fast or sprint on the treadmill or lift 50 pounds over my head, right? These are just examples of performance goals. And instead of going into the gym going, I'm going into the gym today because I want my waist to be this big and I want my arms to be that big. And it changed everything for me, because working out became this amazing celebration of what my body could do as opposed to what my body could look like. And I can't even tell you how liberating that was for me to just be like, wow, I get to go to the gym and have fun seeing what this incredible body can do. What? This is awesome. Like, I don't have to go and stare in the mirror and wonder why I don't look this way or that way. And that really helped me. And funny enough, my aesthetics actually became better when I stopped focusing on them so much. So, Performance over aesthetics. That was number one. Number two, I stopped making myself restrict my calories. And I started thinking about food as fuel as opposed to this evil thing that I had to avoid or restrict. And I think especially as women, we are told by society and we are told by everyone to be as little as possible and to, oh, don't eat too much and like make sure you don't overdo it. And all of these really toxic messages. And the crazy thing is that in order for our bodies to perform at their best, especially with our hormones, we need to eat enough and we need to get our protein and we need to eat nutritious foods and we have to eat, way more often throughout the day. Like this whole fasting thing, no, it's not helping us. We have to keep our energy levels going throughout the day, and having a coffee in the morning and then not eating again until the evening, it's just not our best look. Well, it wasn't my best look for sure. And when I realized, oh, I need to actually eat more and I need to get my protein if I want to be this strong, incredible woman who can go and lift all these weights. How am I going to lift these weights if I don't have any fuel? Okay. So that was the second shift. The third shift, and this one is my favorite, is I stopped chasing trends. So if you'll notice in the media, there are certain body types that are celebrated and then another wave comes and it's like, oh no, we're actually done with this body. Like here's the next thing that we love. It's going from super, super thin, and then what we came into now thick is in, right? And now it's all about the curves, and now it's all about like packing on as much curve as you can. And then all of a sudden, oh my gosh, now we're all on Ozempic, and now we're back to being thin. And I decided to get off of the roller coaster of following trends of how I should look. And the only trend that I want to follow is what is going to make me feel and look my best with my unique build. And that's it. I just want to focus on me and what works for me, as opposed to looking at an image and being like, oh, I wish that I looked like her. Why? Why am I doing that to myself? I just need to focus on what I've been given and make the best of it that I can. And that really helped me, just recognizing that beauty is a trend. Body size and shape can be a trend, and it's toxic to just try to morph yourself and shape shift into something that you're not, And then the last mindset shift, and this one came, I would say recently, in the last year or so, especially the older that I get, at the end of the day, yeah, I'm a trainer, I'm in fitness, I get it, we all want to look good. But there is so much more to life than how we look. There is so much more value that we bring to this world, and there is so much of us that is not attached to how we look. And I want my legacy to be that I helped people and that I helped people feel like they were the best and most confident versions of themselves. I don't want to get to the end of my life, whenever that is, and look back and be like, wow, I really spent my time well obsessing over how I looked. I feel like that would be such a waste of the life that I've been given. So I think that just having that perspective shift as well of, yes, this is important. Yes, I want to look good. Yes, I want to feel good, but also just putting it in its rightful place of importance really helped me. So maybe some of these mindset shifts will help you. Thank you so much if you've made it to the end of this video. I am deeply grateful that you are here. Thank you for being here. Thank you for subscribing to this channel. And if you have not subscribed, that's okay too. I still appreciate you. But yeah, I will catch you guys in the next video, and I will see you soon.